Hey, I talked to Roberta today. Know what she told me? That she is about to buy a new house, that she is leaving John.
She has 15 kids by him. Why?
Maybe because he married someone else.
For real? I thought she was hanging in there trying to get married to him. With 15 kids, why would he even think about marrying someone else?
He said they were not his. He also have 2 kids by his new bride. When he left, she had to pay the bills with no money. That was 2 years ago. You didn't know?
She told me that he was coming back to her. She said that last year.
I told her don't wait for him. Don't you think she waited long enough?
I told you about how when I was younger I went looking for someone to marry. It was me, Roberta, and 2 other girls. We used to meet and go to parties. She met him and I met my husband. We got married 2 years later after the prom. She had 3 kids by then. She said she was going to stay with him until he married her. I don't understand. Me and my husband got married right away.
When I met her, she had 7 kids and she told me she wanted to return to church, but she wanted to stay with him. I told her to tell that man to marry her or tell him she was going to leave him. She came to church for a while and moved into her own house and then went back to him because he told her he was going to marry her in a year.
I didn't understand and told her she had too many kids to leave him and return to him until he married her. I can't see having all those kids and raising them by myself. He set the wedding date, she brought a dress and shows her bridesmaids. I don't believe he married someone else.
I tried to explain to her that some people don't believe in marriage and to show him that she is not playing by moving out. I'm sorry you did that because he planned to marry her, but a year after she moved back in with him he said, next year.
He is divorcing that other woman and said he was coming back to her.
Like I said, I would not wait for him to come back. He has been married for 2 years and when he tried to divorce her the judge said, no way. In order to get a divorce you must first stop having sex with your spouse. She has a baby on the way. Could be the child support he has to pay, or is it love?
I think she should go back to him. So they can be a family. I believe he learned his lesson and he wants to return home. She has 15 kids by him. He is coming back home to her.
Living in sin, tell your child to do that and not mines. Admit that your choices were wrong and move on. You took a chance. No one knew where you were in the middle of the night. No one knew who you were with. Anything could have happened to you. No child of mine's better not sneak out of the house in the middle of the night.
We thought our parents were not going to allow us to marry. We were 16 and 17 years old and they did not want us to date. It worked for everybody but her. I don't know why someone would stay with someone for over 20 years and have 15 children and never get married. That is just crazy.
Kathy, sometimes life have to just go on. We have to move on and start over again. He has 19 children, she has 15, and now it is time for her to bring her 15 children to Christ and he can bring his new wife and children to Jesus too. We all have made mistakes in life. Some mistakes you can't see and some you can't.